Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to analyze the flow of energy within a system by specifying the inputs and the outputs. As we agreed before, energy is neither created nor destroyed. It is transformed from one form to another. In today's lesson, we're going to investigate different systems which transform energy from one form to another. To meet certain needs, a system must be supplied by a specific form of energy, which is called input, and then the system will convert it into another form, which is called output. The sun is the source of light and heat of the planet Earth. Its light is used in our daily life to see clearly, and its heat warms us. Do you think only human will get benefit from the sunlight? For sure, no. Animals and plants and even certain devices use the sunlight as well. How do plants use the sunlight? You already know that plants produce their own food by photosynthesis. A plant needs carbon dioxide and water to produce sugar and oxygen. The combination of carbon dioxide and water won't take place in the absence of energy, and that's why a plant needs the sunlight. Now, what type of energy does a plant produce? As mentioned before, a plant produces sugar. What type of energy does this fruit contain? If your answer is chemical energy, then you are correct. This energy is stored in the chemical bonds joining the atoms of the sugar that will be released when food is broken down. So, accordingly, a plant will absorb the sunlight energy as input and transform it into chemical energy. How sunlight is used by a device. What's shown on the screen is a solar panel. It's used to generate electricity. From its name, it's clear that it uses the light energy from the sun as input and converts it into electricity. Activity 2. Devices that use chemical energy. People around the world use ovens to provide heat energy for cooking. Let's discover the flow of energy within this system. Ovens are supplied by charcoal or wood, while modern ovens are supplied by a gas called butane. Which form of energy do these items store? If your answer is chemical energy, then you're correct. To which form this energy is converted? When burned, heat and light are released. Accordingly, an oven takes the chemical energy as input and releases heat and light energy as output. As we said before, chemical energy in wood, charcoal, and gasoline may be converted into heat by burning. But what if I'll tell you that chemical energy can be converted into electrical energy? To know what we're talking about, let's watch this video.
To begin with, take a zinc galvanized nail and a piece of copper wire and sand off any metal oxides which may have formed, exposing the zinc and copper underneath. Now take a lemon and roll it around on the table to break open the juice compartments contained inside. Now take the copper wire and the zinc nail and push it into opposite ends of the lemon. Make sure that they don't touch each other inside the lemon. These pieces of metal create the positive and negative terminals to your battery, and when connected to a meter will put out just under 1 volt of electric potential. However, since the calculator we're trying to power requires 1.5 volts, we'll need to connect 2 lemon batteries in series. At this point, open the case to the calculator and locate the battery compartment. Remove the battery and break the wires free from the case. Now you're ready to connect the lemon battery to your calculator. Start by connecting the copper to the red wire and the zinc to the black wire. And there you have it. At this point, your calculator should be able to turn on and do functions. The way the lemon battery works is that zinc atoms will break apart into a positive ion and two free electrons. The positive ion will go into solution with the lemon juice, whereas the electrons will flow across the conductor toward the copper, eventually making their way back into solution to meet up with two H+ ions and form hydrogen gas.
What's shown in this video is a battery formed from a lemon and two nails. One of the nails is made up of iron, while the second one is made up of zinc. It's clear that the battery used the chemical energy which is inside the lemon and converted it into electrical energy. Batteries that we're using today are an improved version where the two metals are immersed into an acidic chemical. Therefore, a battery is a device which uses the chemical energy as an input and converts it into electrical energy as an output. Based on what mentioned before, the chemical energy stored in the charcoal, wood, gasoline, and food is converted into heat once they are burned. And similarly, chemical energy stored in batteries is converted into electricity. Energy generated from electricity. Heat is also generated from electricity, as an example of electric heaters. These heaters contain resistors that use electric energy and transform it into heat and light. Also, the resistors found in water heaters and iron machines transform electrical energy into heat energy. Another device which uses electricity is the lamp, which uses the electric energy as an input and converts it into light and heat as an output. Light is the main purpose of making lamps, but heat or undesirable output, which is considered as wasted energy. Now, what's shown on the screen is a motor, which is in motion. What does this motor need in order to function? It must be connected to electricity, and then the input is electrical energy. What is it used for? A motor is used to generate motion, and then the output is kinetic energy. What's shown in this segment is a ruler, which is emitting sound. When a force is applied on a ruler fixed at one end, it receives elastic potential energy, which is transformed into kinetic energy, that in turn is converted into sound. Similarly, when a guitar string is plucked, the string receives elastic potential energy that is transformed into kinetic energy when it is set to vibrate. Eventually, the kinetic energy of the string will be converted into sound. Lastly, but not least, let's analyze the flow of energy in a car. What does a car need in order to move? For sure, it needs gasoline, which stores chemical energy. To what type of energies does the chemical energy transform in a car? The car is invented in order to move, and then the first type of energy a car gets is kinetic energy. When the car is in motion, the engine produces sound. We can say clearly that Part of the chemical energy is converted into sound energy also. Similarly, part of the chemical energy is transformed into heat because a car engine will be warm after a short trip. To sum it up, a car needs chemical energy from gasoline as an input and converts it into kinetic, heat, and sound energy as output.